going to conquer the mission, but at the same time, this dude might not be a whore. I might have to take him out, or he might take me out, and that's it. Nobody's telling you, yo, you gotta go hit this dude. We know he ain't got a knife. Or we know he can fight. We don't know that. We know he don't know Taekwondo. Or he don't know Jiu-Jitsu. You don't know what the fuck he knows. You're just going after a dude that could be a baddest motherfucker, take your knife from you, and stab you. So I'm going in like, I might have to kill him.
Ben, I know you were in prison in Maryland, man. You were DMI, you were a dog. What was it like to be in Maryland in that prison system, man?
Well, it was rough, man. First time, you figure I went through Baltimore City, I went through Baltimore County, did all them places. But once you get down city jail, it's a totally different thing. It's the concrete jungle, the worst of the worst. They had Jumpin' Jay and Killer K. If you couldn't make it through there, you might as well hang it up. That's how I went through them little joints. I grew up I grew up down there, Gilmore, Pratt, down there where you and Scotty was. That's where I grew up, lumberyard. They had lumberyard, doghouse. We was neighborhoods. It wasn't none of that gang shit back then.
You grew up in Baltimore.
Baltimore City, yep, right by the harbor. Right, Martin Luther King, all through there.
What was your family life like, man? Your mother, your father?
Well, alcoholic, abusive family, no food. I was the middle. I had a younger brother, and I had a sister over top of him. But then I had my brother, which we had the same father, different mother. He wasn't around as much until later, but yeah, evicted here, evicted there, real alcoholic family, abusive. Me always scared to leave because, I'm battling my father, doing all that to protect her, protect my brother and sister, So my mom tried, and it's all she could do. He was just like a alcoholic, male, chauvinist pig, cheating on my mom up to the day she died. I lost my mom when I was 17 years old due to cirrhosis of the liver. And, it's been a long time. It's still hard to talk about, but, it took me a long time till my dad was in his later ages, where he had probably 15 years of his life left till he died. But as far as, the neighborhood, I started running. I was on the block. I was out, with run hitting the streets, 10 o'clock. I was 10 years old. I was off the porch, I'm out there, I want shoes. I'm tired of squeezing in friends' shoes and my toes hurting. I'm tired of wearing other people's clothes. I'm tired.
You're off the porch at 10 years old, man. What are you doing at 10?
Asking for my pack. I'm trying to make some money. I want tennis shoes. I want to go to school looking cool. You feel me?
So let me ask you this: your first time hustling, man. Do you remember when it happened?
Yeah. I remember getting my first 100 pack. He said, "Here you go, shorty." He said, "Bring back 70-30." And I'm like, "What?" Okay. I was back in 15 minutes. So, I was 10 years old. I was doing pretty good.
What are you selling? What are the packs? 100 pack? What is it? Crack? Heroin?
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s. I'm 44. Now, I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 80. So, it was just that heroin shit was hidden. That was like it was there, but it was like more hidden. You know what I mean? They tried to hide it more back then. It was really the crack that was really a big. That was like a big flood, especially in Baltimore City. Like that was, we had up top, which was New York. Then we had down bottom. So we was, we was plugged. So we was good. We were right in between.
What was life like for you, man, when you're hustling? Any dangerous situations?
Oh yeah, man. I've been shot multiple times. I I got quite a few holes in me, man. First time I was shot I was 12. And in a situation, really, though, what's crazy is it didn't even have nothing to do with me. That's what's funny. I'm walking up and down the corner back and forth from Fulton and Monroe. They looking for another cat. And I roll up, I see the windows go down, I take off. Next thing you know, I'm laying in the alley bleeding. Motherfuckers scooped me up, got me in the bar so I wouldn't get hit again because they was coming back around. And they got me to the hospital. I was hit with a 38 and a 22.
You were 12 years old the first time you get shot.
Yeah.
How many times did they hit you?
Oh, that time 3. Yeah. So,
What's it like for a 12-year-old to get shot? What are you thinking?
Death. I'm thinking of my mommy. You know what I mean? I want my mother. You know what I mean? Hey, ain't no cut cards. I want mommy. I might be the hardest acting out there, but I'm hurting. That's what I want.
You're shot 3 times, but it doesn't end your career, right?
No, not that wasn't a close one. No, I got lucky that time.
I mean, when I say end your career, you're 12 years old. You're back on the street after you heal up. How long?
No, next day I was at them crutches. Yeah, I was at them crutches next day.
Now you're making a little bit of money, right? You're bringing any money to the house, helping feed your brothers, your sisters, your mother.
Oh, definitely slide. Yeah, definitely slide money in my mom's pockets. Get telling my dad, friends is looking out for me, because I had a couple of old friends that I grew up with in school. That their people kind of like they knew what was going on, but back then it was a thing where what goes on in the house stays in the house. Besides on the hustling tip, when we hustled, if a lady's neighborhood on our block electric went out, we paid it. That's just how we did on that's how we did. But at the same time, you could get your ass whooped by a neighbor too. But when something in the house happens, that ain't their business. You know what I mean? Like with the situations with my mom, with black eyes, bossy lips. You know what I mean? Everybody turned their heads to that. But I just had to deal with the situation. I guess when I hit about 14, my older brother, which is 5 years older than me, uh, he was doing real good in Brooklyn, doing his thing, getting bricks, and I kind of fell into his lap. So, but I made a bad decision, and we used to ride dirt bikes and 4-wheelers, and I made a real bad decision. He told me not to take it. I took it, had no brakes. So I pick him up. I go down there. He's like, "You dumbass." They all on the block hustling. I go down there. He like, "You dumbass, police sitting right there." So I'm like, "What?" So he gets on the back of it. Long story short, we running. We get T-boned by a car. Now here, my brother looks like Freddy Krueger with every bone in his face smashed. you know, and they take us away in a helicopter to Shocktown. So then I deal with that situation with my brother almost dying and shit, and me all fucked up. But we get past all through that, and we get him back to health, and he gets right back to where he left off. And the circle we was in was like from 5 different neighborhoods. It was Cherry Hill, Westport, Brooklyn, it was these different neighborhoods, and we had different people, different places. And at the age of 14, my brother's getting whatever he wants. So, of course, I'm getting whatever I want. So now at 14, I'm on the block and I got 4.5, whatever I asked for. I got it. You know what I mean? Not that it's anything to boost or brag us or anybody out there. That's the worst way to go. The worst. You know what I mean? But when you're growing up like that, you got a different mind state, and it's hard. And I did that for a while up until I met my baby's mother. All right, well, let's go back a little bit. I wind up getting into another thing over in Brooklyn. Got shot again. And that time I got shot 5 times. And I almost lost my life that time. And
Ask you, what happens though? Why do they hit you, man? Why do they shoot you?
Territory. Well, they came from a different neighborhood. And what's crazy is they had me on the corner, basically butterball naked. I was down in my boxers. I gave them everything. They didn't like it. It wasn't good enough. And, they got in a little Ford Escort back in back in 95, 96, 97. They jumped in a little Ford Escort. Bop, 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 bop. And, I laid there and crawled out in the Cashapp Avenue and got somebody to stop and went to the hospital.
How old were you?
16. Yeah.
What they hit you with that day?
It was two different. It was 238s, and the other one was I think a 357. They were all revolvers. So but where they had hit me in some real close spots, man. Then they got me the worst one really though was in my leg where it hit the artery. Like that's the one that was kind of the worst. Like that almost took me out.
You're 16 years old. You've been shot on 2 different occasions. Do you ever think, man, I got to get out of the streets? The same for me.
I did, but I was like liking that fast money. I was liking the women. I was loving Hammerjacks and Louis and Twilight Zone. You know what I mean? Hitting the clubs. I'm 16. I'm getting in the clubs. Nobody. I know all the bouncers because they bail bonds me. You know what I mean? So I know I'm getting in. So it's like I liked all the, what came with, what comes with that style, with that lifestyle. But it comes with, and everybody listen, young kids don't get it messed up. You can get a female way later in life. It's going to be much better because all they after is your money. Like a lot of them. But back then, yeah, it was just chasing, young you know.
Let me ask you this, right? You're out there, you're getting money, you're living that lifestyle. You know, people are getting high all around you. You ever think in your mind that you might be one of them people someday?
Right. You couldn't have paid me. You couldn't have told me that in a million years. Not in a million years. Never.
You're
Never.
young and you're getting money,
And I
man. And you're
wouldn't
looking
work.
at people like, look, let's just call it what it is. No cut cards. You're looking at people like, man, these people are fiends,
No.
man. You get along with some of them, but at the end of the day, you kind of look at them like, hey, man, they're getting high, bro. I'm better than them, right? When you're getting money.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. But, you know, they still human and they make mistakes too. And I I know that now, you know, but at that age, that don't mean shit. They just another dollar, another fiend. You just want that next dollar from, and that's all that matters. I watch people. I had people work. Was the CEO of Leg Mason, big time dudes, and I watched them go from me renting their motherfucking big time fucking Jaguars to them riding around on bicycles, fucking begging for shit. And I feel bad because I took a lot of people down that, and my own and this ain't. I've took both kinds down: black, white, Mexican, all races. But like everybody say, you love your own race a little more than the next, and you people can take it how they want. But I'm just, I mean, I love. There's some black people I got some love for, but we're all supposed to support our own kind too, you know. And I took a lot of white people that didn't deserve, you know, because back then we're, you know, over there, South Baltimore and all, there's more white people, and I destroyed a lot of them.
Look, man, when you're out here getting money and you're selling drugs, man, we're destroying the community, right? Whether they're white, black, Hispanic, we help destroy our community. And, it doesn't matter if you're white. If that's where you're from, that's where you're from. That's your community.
Right, right, exactly, exactly. And I look at things a whole totally different way now, man.
Let me ask
Now
you
I'm
this,
looking,
right? Was that the last time you got shot when you were 16?
no, I was, all right, from 16, my mom died at 17 in August 12th, 97. So it was, now that's really, you might have thought I was going off back then. That's really when I started losing my, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, whew, shit's fucked. You know, now I'm like, what? I ain't got shit. Like now, I ain't got nothing to lose, you know? And I've always carried one, but I wasn't one that, like, I wouldn't go on a fucking right age for one, you know? But if I'm out on the block, yeah, for sure, you know? But it got to a point where I didn't go nowhere without it. Right aid, it didn't matter. Walmart, whatever. And they I got the beefing with some dudes from New York actually. They were like and they were like Jamaican. So they might have probably from like Queens or something, but they were like Jamaican kind of, and well, they crazy too. And so like at this time, I'm doing like I done met my baby's mother. I got a couple houses. You know, I get one every 30 days. I blow it up, get another one. You know, blow it up, get another one. But I mean, I had my own house I lived in too. But so I go into one of my houses. and I don't know the upstairs is empty. So I'm knocking on the door and something ain't right. And I got my workers and they're not answering. So I'm like, look, you're already kicking in. I hear you in there. So I go to kick it in and I hear this and I had sawdust to my head. No, they done crept down on me. And it was them New York boys. And I just start like at first, some of them wasn't trying to even fuck with me. But there was two of them that wasn't stupid, you know. And we kind of got along. So me and them started, and that's how I got in up top real good. And and then the other ones I started beefing with. We were shooting back and forth with each other all the time. And I caught a couple of them or whatever. Well, they caught me, and it's the game you play, and that time they hit me 4 times, and that was it was fucked up, but it wasn't really that serious. It hit me in my arm, shoulder, my shin. Yeah, it wasn't nothing really heavy, but that was that was all with the getting shot. And I've been stabbed a couple times. But
Ask you this about addiction, right? Because it's pretty obvious, right, that you've been through some shit. And when did you start getting high, man? What forced? I mean, how did it happen?
all right, I was doing real good. Had a taste of the drug money. So shit's getting hot. Uh, couple of my houses got raided. I lost them, so I got one left. And I told you we had a little ring, right? So my house gets raided. Well, first they try to send uh, some drunk woman to my house that was controlled by. I knew who she was. I wasn't going for that. So then they sent somebody there with more money. Thought I was going to do something with them. I sent them out the back door. They went up the project, sprung something back. They thought I did it, and it wasn't. They were in my living room panicking, looking for the marked money. Couldn't find it. So I wind up, I wind up, I wind up having, they couldn't find it, whatever. So they tore my house apart, whatever, locked us up. So when I get down to city jail, there's another dude down there with me. Well, a couple of them, right? They knocked our whole ring off. Well, I didn't catch up with this dude for about, I don't know, I'll say like a month and a half over city jail. So most shocking surprise came to me is he looked at me and he said, "Yo, you ain't never gonna believe this." And I'm like, "What's that?" He said, "Yo, I'm gonna kill your brother." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yo, read my paper, my emotions." Well, he told on him. He got my house raided. He got my own brother got us all jammed up and told him. He got 10 years. Yeah, and it shit was. That's why he's gone, He can't come back to Baltimore, He's in another state, and he can't come back here. So that kind of like, is what stemmed shit like to really like. I started thinking. I got a kid on the way, so I get a job and I start working and doing a little something at the same time. Then I'm working and I'm working, so I go and I I just keep my working my ass off. Well, I got introduced to these things called Percocets and Oxycontins. And as far as that, it went from that to, into worse. Well, it took a while because I actually, does that sound better?
You're doing good, man. You're all right.
All right. So I actually, I was taking them, to be honest with you. You there?
Yeah, I'm good.
I was taking them because it was helping me stay awake and it was giving me like this energy, right? So I was getting like 100 hours a week and 110 hours a week making bank at this place, and they was paying me real good because I took a trade from my father and all as a CNC mills and lathes. I can run mills and lathes. So I'm down working my ass off taking these things, right? Well, come to find out, it wasn't a good move, and it took a while, before I touched heroin or whatever. I was on them for a good while, and then I was introduced to Molly or E-pills, and so then I was like, well, damn, I'm gonna start selling. You know what I mean? Well, I'm like, all right, so I start selling the Molly to cover my oxy habit, and you know how that goes. Then you're like, well, shit, I'll take a Molly with a motherfucking Oxycontin, and I'll feel even better, and then that shit was for the birds, and I actually stopped. Didn't do no, I just stopped. Didn't even do no, I just got off of it. And then it was about, I don't know. All right, I was 24. I was 20. All right, I worked there. They shut down. So I was about 25, 20. No, before that, I was younger than that. I was about
No matter how
24.
old you were, but anyway, man, that's how you get addicted to drugs, right? And then you're
Right.
off to the races with that.
Well, this is what happened. A buddy of mine was like, yo, look, yo, I know about this some shit. Yo, we met this girl, and we go out Park Heights, yo, and he introduces me to raw, which is raw heroin. And I started sniffing it. And then from there, I didn't even know what a habit was. I started taking the raw, and I started feeling, and then people were like, yo, you gotta try, you gotta have it and all. So I tried that, and then, that's what it was, and I liked it. I ain't gonna sit there and say, I liked the feeling. I liked the way it made me feel. There ain't no cut cards about it. And but it was a long, and I don't blame it on nothing, like other than it might have had, but I don't even blame that shit on my mom because none of that shit, I make my own choices. It ain't nobody's fault. I did that shit myself. It ain't because my mom died. It ain't because my buddy got hit by a car. It ain't, no, it's because I picked the shit up and I liked it and I did it. It's my fault, 100%. And I ain't do nothing but hurt everybody that loved me, that was around me. Everybody that really loved me is who I hurt.
Still struggling or no?
No. I'm actually cleaning you off, feel real good about myself, dog. Like it took it didn't take, but as you know, my wife or fiance, she just went through a bad situation. We had to have her leg amputated, But we was clean before that. But we've been clean almost a year now. Almost, yeah, almost. It'll be a year. And what's today's date? September 22nd.
October 22nd.
October 22nd, Halloween. It'll be a year.
Yeah, ask you this though: methadone, Suboxone, something going on right now?
Methadone. Yeah. Yep. I'm down to 22 milligrams. I'm coming off of it.
Let's talk about prison. You end up going to prison. What do you go to prison for?
I go to prison for burglary. Had somebody rat on me, which was supposed to be a dog, and ratted on me, and I went. They were trying to get 10, then they asked for 5, and then this lawyer, this public defender, kind of like basically was like, "Fuck you," And I took the lawyer was like, "Well, check this out. You can take this, or I can just slam you with the max." And I was like, "Well, what do I got?" And he was like, "You're going to take this 3 years and 7 months." I'm like, "All right." So I took it. But even to me, at that time, 3 years and 7 months, that wasn't, I didn't like that. That didn't sound good to my ears. You know what I mean? That's 3 years. Like, I know it might not sound like a whole lot, but that's 3. When I come home, dude, so much shit was different and gone and tore down, and Walmart's here and shit here. I couldn't, like, and I've done like over I did juvie. I've been up in the mountains. I've been to Hickey. I've done all the juvie shit with the DC dudes, and I did all that, and them, and so I've been in and out of jails and institutions my whole life. Like I've been in and out of like these, like the jungle city jail, dude. Motherfuckers would be over there at the bookings begging not to go over there. I'm running up there like, please take me over there. I need a cigarette. I need to move around. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I had more BGF dudes that fucked with me heavier than other dudes, man. Like that's the thing that well, you know how the DMI thing and that goes with the DMI and BGF had a contract and all, but see, I knew the old time. I knew EB, Uncle Mike, Mike Gray. I knew the old time, old head, Big Brosco, Uncle Ronnie. Like I knew a lot of good old heads that was in there, man. A lot of them. I grew up with Sweeney down on Brunswick Street. I knew Sweeney when I was about 5 years old, down on Brunswick and Wilkins. He was a straight robber. He was a straight stick up boy. Sweeney. Yeah, I know, I know, big
Ask you this though: you joined
fella.
DMI. How does that happen?
Well, check this out. When I get up there, look, I hit House Unit 6, which is receiving tier after I go to property and all that. They know I'm in the jail, first thing smoking. As soon as I hit House Unit 6, because for one, I'm a stand up dude from the streets. When I come in there, it was mostly kind of a homeboy thing. It was all dudes I knew from my neighborhood at first and all. You know what I mean? So as I'm sitting in my cell on C tier, just got there, and I'm hearing motherfuckers like, "Yo, Ben Ben, yo, 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 you already know what it is. Holla at us, yo. Got something, yo, we need you high." Already trying to grab me because they know, and I don't brag about it, but we're gonna squat, we're gonna go. I'm not going nowhere. If it's 2 of us and there's 30 of them, they just gonna have to do what they're gonna have to do. And these dudes know that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I ain't a flunky neither, though. You know, I'm not a flunky. And I'm not the hardest and baddest motherfucker in the world either. But I will do what I gotta do. You know, just
Ever have to
every
do anything in
move.
prison or in jail?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've slung it. I've slung it. I've threw some big swords across. Yeah, yeah. I
The
stood
statute of
out.
limitations, hold on, statute of limitations is up. You ever have to stab somebody?
Oh yeah. I tore the fur off a couple motherfuckers. Matter of fact, the dude I was arguing with earlier, the gangster disciple, I told him, yo, matter of fact, yo, I was up Hagerstown, yo, and I had two of your gangster disciple buddies, their little cornrows flying across the compound because I was chopping them off their fucking head. Yeah. And me and another brother, tore two of them up bad. They tried to take my man's tobacco, but we was hustling, telling about we got to break them off. Yeah, I told him, I said, you got your shit on you? Because when we come back from lunch, they gone. They got to go. And that was that.
What goes into making a decision like that?
Well, see, when I was up there, dog, we were still making a name for ourselves. So, and it wasn't even about making a name for that situation. That situation was the principle of who the fuck is you to say that we got to pay you a percentage, and you is two people of nothing that we don't even give a fuck about. And for real, y'all don't even get down like that. Ain't no swords come out they motherfucking dips, and you pressing up and pressing up on somebody for tobacco. You went the wrong way, way, way big time. Like, and it just, it's a fucked up feeling. Like, you do it to people, and now you think about it later down the road, and it's like, I it's fucked up to hurt somebody. You know what I mean? But in certain situations, it's got to be done. It's got to be. There's no other way around it.
That's the reality of prison.
It's P8. Like, I'm a wolf, Phil. I'm not letting nobody eat me. And if you do, they're like you. They better come correct, and they better come with their baddest. And
That's
I'm
what
going
some
to
people don't
take it.
realize, man. Some people think, man, just because you're on YouTube or you tell, prison stories, you interview people. Sometimes people get it fucked up, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people do. A whole lot of people do, and it's not about that, yo. It's not like I know I can be beat. You know what I mean? And all it takes is one good shot to a fucking kidney or whatever, and I'm done. But when it's in the mix and the play's going down, you got you. I'm through. I like chess. Chess is my game, so I'm always gonna try to stay 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of you. You know what I mean? So
Let me ask you this, right? I mean, when you get ready to go on a mission like that and do something to somebody, do you ever think about, man, I might end up with some more time?
definitely, definitely, because when I'm going at somebody, I'm going to conquer the mission, but at the same time, this dude might not be a whore. I might have to take him out, or he might take me out, and that's it. Nobody's telling you, yo, you gotta go hit this dude. We know he ain't got a knife, but we know he can fight. We don't know that. We know he don't know taekwondo, or he don't know jujitsu. You don't know what the fuck he knows. You're just going after a dude that could be the baddest motherfucker, take your knife from you and stab you. So I'm going in like I might have to kill him. And that's that. I mean,
Was that your only bid that you did?
state bit. Well, I went back to down Jessup, JPRU, parole. And I was down Jessup. That was Jessup and Brockbridge. Jessup is, yeah, you get it in down there. That's where they get it in. And I was in a ride up Hagerstown, man. We beefed for we went on a trade thing for 3 days, man. They put the work in on us police, so they put the fans up and because they was treating us bad over there. We wasn't getting things we wasn't supposed to get on commissary and shit. So we were like, everybody put their motherfucking shit up on their window. When we get these trays, you better not put your tray back out the window, or you might as well leave right now. And we ain't stopping. And let me tell you, it went on for 3 days, which is up Hagerstown on House Unit 5. It was lockup at the time. And we stood strong for a good 2 days. They was taking them fans. It was cold out. They was spraying the mace through. We was wrapping them wet towels and shit under the door. We had our shields made. Come on in, motherfucker, And anyway, they gave us what we wanted, but before they gave us what they wanted, though, they did make an example, and they came in and they maced the shit out of some motherfuckers and fucked some motherfuckers up and drug them out. And them 12 didn't matter what time, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, they was shipping them over to Roxbury across the street, just getting them out. And eventually, on the third day, they gave in, and then, that was a little thing. Then I was in another ride where we hit, it was called NBA. It's called No Bloods Allowed. Everybody put it in play, Muslim, BGF, everybody. So, yeah, we were furring them, dude. What had happened is they put them all down House Unit 7 by themselves. And they put all the dogs and BGF on a tier by themselves. Well, they let us out by accident to go to commissary as House Unit 7 was going to chow. So all war broke out. And that's when the shit went through all the prison systems in Maryland and all. And they locked the whole Maryland system down because of that shit. And yeah, they was down the pen. They was running them. They were running up the fences, to try to climb over the razor wire from being stabbed, though. So it was, yeah, it was wild. Yeah.
What was going through your mind when that's happening? You're like, wow, this is like a prison movie?
Yeah. It was some fear. It was some fun. It was some excitement. It was a little bit of everything, to be honest. Didn't want to die. It's always that change, But there's a whole lot of different emotions and feelings that go through you in that type of environment. I've been in the yard for the same shit, where they locked the whole yard down and started shooting them mace cans, and I got hit with a sandbag. Shit don't feel good. Shit fucked broke 2 of my ribs, the whole side was bruised. Yeah.
Going hard with a little bit of time.
Yeah, man. Stupid. But, I learned from my mistakes, and
I'm here.
And I wouldn't be who I am, and I guess I wouldn't know who I know, good people that I know from prison, because I know a lot of intelligent, skillful, smart, like, you meet them all in there, man. Like, I would have never met you, you know what I mean? Because, like, I took that other dude, Eric, what's his name? He does the show, Aaron Beck or something. I don't know.
Ian Beck?
You were on his show. Ian Beck. He's cool. I like him, but I don't like his show like I like yours. I hope you don't take offense to that, but I'm just keeping it 100. You know, I don't know. I'm just 100. Don't figure that
You're
with
all
me.
right. Listen, man, he's a good dude, man. He's got a good show. He gets a lot of
Yeah,
good
yeah,
guests.
yeah. He is. He really is, dude. He is. Yeah, he
Listen, Ben,
is.
how long you been out, bro?
I've been out now since my last in jail, down to jail. I've been home now a little bit over about 5.5 years.
Life's a struggle when you're not hustling, right?
Yeah, it's a hustle, y'all. It's a real hustle.
Hey, life's a
And
struggle when you're not getting money. You're out there, you're struggling right now, right?
yeah, and I got it like kills me that my wife, I call her my wife. She is my wife, yo. It's my rock. But it kills me, yo, that I gotta, you know. And I told her I wouldn't talk about her, but baby, I'm sorry. I love you, and it's my life, and it's it hurts me to see her like that, dog. And I gotta go to her therapy with her, and I gotta help her around because it's just this is it's happening to me, dog. So it's fresh, and she's got a 14-year-old boy, which is my boy. I took him, I took her, and I took him. Like he's my son. Like his father, whatever. But it's a whole nother subject. But yeah, I do. I struggle. I do my best to my ability to keep everything going, and I got a daughter by another woman, and I got a granddaughter that's 3 years old. So I'm like, my granddaughter lives in Reisterstown, like it's about half an hour, 40 minutes away from me. And she's 25, and she just started her like nursing shit. So I'm trying to help her as much with that. My grandbaby, the daycare, and it's my problems. You know what I mean? I don't talk to a whole lot of people. Like I got some good dudes in my life, but I got a problem with opening up. You know, it's hard for me to let shit off my chest, like I was saying when I was texting you. And I don't know why, or what, or when, or what, for what reason, but I feel comfortable telling you things. But it's just like I don't know. I guess that person comes in your life, and you don't know it when it's gonna come, when it's gonna happen. But I've been watching you for a while, though, and I just sat back and I never, and I just your show really fucking really, dude, like really touches me, helps me. Like, 'cause there's some days, yo, like, I ain't even gonna lie, yo. Like, I had to get rid of the thing I had because I was scared, if you know what I'm saying. Because I don't want to be like, fuck it this day and see this lick and be like, and do that, and then I can be boom, 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 boom.
I hear you, Ben. So look, man, life's full of struggles, man, but you got to keep pushing because you know what's on the other side, right?
Right. And I've seen some bloody situations. Like we've hit some dudes that, like like I walked past the cell, yo, and literally, dude, and this is no joke, yo, they was fucking this dude, yo, with some homemade shaft with razor blades on it, dog.
Prison
Yeah,
is real, man. All kinds of things happen.
I've seen some terrible stuff, though. Some terrible stuff happen to people, and what's crazy, I've seen happen to more more young people and more like it's just crazy. You heard the way it works. You see more people, and then like just like situations that I've been in. I've been left for the dead on missions. You know what I mean? I've been like I've I and Scotty, I I put my dues in, man, and if dudes don't like it, they know where I am. They know where I live, and it's not even. I'm trying to grow up and be older than that, and like I'm trying to get past all that. But what can you do? Like,
Just got to live your life, man. Look, man, I appreciate you coming on, sharing your story, sharing your experiences. Anything you want to say before we go?
yeah, man. I just want to tell everybody out there, yo, just don't follow in my footsteps, man. My shit might not sound bad, you know, like I guess it don't. I don't
Bro,
know.
you've been shot numerous times. It's bad.
Yeah, and then I got left for dead, dog. I died. I was in shock trauma 7 months, was paralyzed, had to learn how to walk again because my own people were trying to get somebody else and wouldn't tell me and let me go down with it. And they hit me with rat poison and I died. And, you know, by the grace of God, they threw me on my dad's front porch. Needless to know, the dude that did it to me, I got him, and I don't know if he's ever spoke about it again, but whatever. I can go on with more and more, you know. Like I've been seen a lot, been through a lot.
Maybe we'll do a part
And
two,
it's
man.
just,
Anyway, listen, bro, appreciate you coming on. Tell people Blood on the Razor Wire TV if you like what we're doing. Hit that like button, subscribe. With respect, until tomorrow, we're out.